What's happening, people? We're back here once again on CubCamTV for this, another edition of CubReacts. I'm super excited to be back inside the building for this one. It's literally just landed on my newsfeed about 10 minutes ago at the time of recording this. The HeavyTrackerz link up with Kojey Radical, Scorcher and Lay-Z for 500 likes. What a wicked tune this is looking like it's going to be. As always, out to everyone supporting the channel each and every time. Make sure if you aren't already subscribed, you are clicking that button down at the bottom of the page, turning notifications on, obviously leaving a like on the video, and of course commenting as well, letting us know how you're feeling. As well as that, remember you can catch me on Breakfast with Kovu in the morning. As you can see there, we are live from 7 till 10 Monday to Friday, and you can lock in via the official Trickstar radio app. So things to remind you all of before we get into this reaction video. There will be a lot of pauses. Now there's two reasons for this, as I say each and every time. The first reason is because YouTube is going crazy for copyright affliction stuff right now, so you have to pause it on a regular basis, otherwise the videos get flagged and it's long to take them all down and edit them, and it just ruins all the fun of it. So that's why we're pausing for the first reason. The second, this is an analytical breakdown video, so we're going to be breaking down as much of the track as we possibly can, be that the lyricism, be that the performance, be that production, be that anything about the music video itself. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff for us to break down, so bear in mind there'll be a lot of pauses. If you're not keen on a lot of pauses and you would rather just listen to the track on its own or listen to a more kind of more sort of typical reaction video, please do feel free to watch it somewhere else. However, out to each and every one of you that does enjoy these analytical breakdowns. So without further ado, let's get into this one.
Break the law if I feel how
I'm out of breath now.
Shoot my shot, if she's with it, then it's real. 500 likes on the gram, that's how they live.
I mean, that's a killer lineup just to kick us off with, isn't it? Realistically, Kojey Radical, Scorcher, Lay-Z, and HeavyTrackerz. HeavyTrackerz have been on fire recently. That new tune they did with Realist, not Realist anymore, it's Reels, isn't it? With Reels is an absolute corker. We're loving what Kojey Radical's doing right about now. Good to see Scorcher back on music as well, and obviously Lays or Lay-Z, I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to pronounce it, but he's been on good stuff as well recently. So let's get into it. I'm excited.
Told the label 50-50 or no deal. Break the law if I feel how I feel. Shoot my shot, if she's with it, then it's real.
Got a real kind of classic HeavyTrackerz feel to this already. Very kind of quirky instrumentation. The sort of melody behind what's going on here is very, very unusual. Very kind of very kind of quirky, as I was saying. And we're leading into the breakdown now, so I'm interested to see where this goes.
500 likes on the gram, that's how they live. Told the label 50-50 or no deal. Break the law.
It's quite a catchy sort of, I'm assuming this is almost like a hook before the breakdown. It's quite catchy so far. Videography wise as well, it looks quite cool. We've got them wearing these weird little almost like 8-bit hats by the looks of things. Obviously we've got this angle, they're going in and out of the telly, so I'm assuming there's a bit of a theme going on. Obviously 500 likes being something to do with social media. Social media is very computerized. I'm assuming that's where the kind of link is, to do with screens and monitors. We'll see.
If I feel how I feel, shoot my shot, if she's with it, then it's real. 500 likes on the gram, that's how they live. Told the label 50-50.
Have I played this twice?
Yeah, or no deal. I guess my bedroom's trying to live.
Breaking the law ain't new to me. My parents can never get through to me. 4.5 ain't food to me, but same way I got too little use to feed.
Scorcher just coming out the blocks firing with what he's doing on this one. Again, just classic Scorcher lyricism, talking very, very real scenarios, obviously talking about being in difficult situations and obviously still having 2 kids to feed whilst all this is going on. Instrumental, oh my word, HeavyTrackerz have absolutely smashed this one. The breakdown, it's so gnarly, it's so kind of sub-heavy and percussive heavy, but there's still so much natural rhythm to it. There's still so much space for Scorcher to go over it and it not sound too packed out or too busy. Really, really cool so far.
Boy saying what they gonna do to me. If it comes true, then it's news to me. Fashion week there till a boot on me. I'm too good, tracksuit, no suit on me. She a 9 out of 10, but ain't blue to me.
You know what as well, it's good to hear Scorcher going over 140 because obviously he started off in 140, obviously did bits either side of it as well, but going back to the sort of early days of the movement, like the way I feel he encapsulated a lot of people with the way he performed and rapped, purely because he wasn't sticking to that sort of classic grime structure of the time. I feel with this he's actually returned to somewhat of a kind of classic grime structure, but in those earlier days he would be a lot more scattered, a lot more chopped up vocally. He wouldn't stick to a 1, 2, 3, 4 bar structure. He'd go like bar, half a bar, bar and a half, and it would all link up nicely, and it would all resolve really well. And I think it's just a good sign of evolution from him to show how comfortable he sounds on this.
Carry on good, then we're due to be. Drop a bean, gotta run root to me. Drop it out if she gets rude to me. Pull up on my own, no group with me. I don't need nobody.
The video's quite cool as well. It's a little bit unusual. It's you've obviously got like this one scene lasting for sort of like 10-15 seconds, which in a video like this is kind of quite a long period of time. It feels like every scene's lasting for quite an extended period of time. But it's quite cool. I like the fact they're phasing between different scenes and having this kind of it's almost got a bit of a feel of we're going into the computer screen about it.
For me, them man, little man, them man are used to me. Big chat, but it's so new to me. I don't go raving up on dances like super D.
Oh, that little twist up on the instrumental, that little that little I don't even know what that is. It's some sort of like twanged out synthesizer, I reckon, but that sounds so cool. And I think again, HeavyTrackerz have absolutely nailed this. They've done what they do best, which is provide interesting yet applicable styles of instrumentals. I think they've nailed it, and I think Scorcher actually is a perfect kind of person to get on a tune like this, because he fits that more sort of quirky, quite choppy, quite stuttered style of instrumental, because he himself has quite a choppy, stuttered flow. Obviously he's all on beat and everything like that, but it's more interesting rhythmically, I'm finding.
Everything jam-packed front to the back, no room to breathe. I'm like, step back before you spill juice on me. Everything fitted, no loose on me. Paintings trying to abuse for me. Fuckboys trying to make tunes for me.
Wicked verse. I've got to say, I didn't comment much on the lyricism. I think most of it's quite self-explanatory, the sort of stuff he's talking about. Just a very well-rounded 140 verse in the way he's structured it, in the way he's kind of layered his lyricism as well. The flow patterns are, for me, the kind of highlight of this, because we're seeing him just kind of finesse it. He's just coming in and going, look, this is how good at this I am. You're going to enjoy it, so just you may as well get involved. Wicked so far.
How I feel. Shoot my shot, if she's with it, then it's real. 500 likes.
I do think it's pronounced Lays in hindsight. I may be wrong. It's either Lays or Lay-Z, and you know, I'm one of these people that's so bad at remembering how names are supposed to be pronounced. He says with a big X in the middle of his name. I'm liking the hook as well. It's got a catchy sort of energy to it. It's not like just a hook that's been written last minute. You can tell this has been a big part of the instrumental. It was possibly even the part of the tune that was written first.
On the ground, that's how they live. Told the label 50-50 or no deal. Bring the law if I feel how I feel.
Okay, I thought that was me messing up the first time around, but it's not. It looks like they're repeating the same video with that little rewind. That little rewind clip there. I thought that was me messing up the first time around, and I'm happy that it wasn't.
Shoot my shot, if she's with it, then it's real. 500 likes on the ground, that's how they live.
Again, so the chorus is quite obviously about like people to an extent who are obsessive over likes and kind of interaction and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I think everyone to an extent is a little bit obsessive over likes and interaction. I'm one of the people. I won't say anything else about that. I wouldn't be doing YouTube and all of the different things I do if I didn't really care about interaction. Literally, I'm a presenter for a day job. So I definitely think that's something that is being addressed quite well. And I think different people have different levels of kind of obsession with social media, and I think this is kind of what that's pointing to, I think.
The label 50-50 or no deal. Me and my bedroom's trying to live.
Show man, I had styles on deck. Bars on chested, flips on reps. That's my rep, you can never deject. I got a pen that they all respect.
You're not wrong, Kojey. You're not wrong. Everyone I know respects Kojey Radical for what he does. He's one of the most just naturally talented vocal artists in the UK for me. I just think the way he performs, the way he the way he pushes vocals out, he has this energy within him that just catches you. You know, it's encapsulating to listen to a Kojey Radical tune. I haven't heard a Kojey Radical tune that I haven't heard and gone, okay, wow, this is at least interesting. You know, even if it's not necessarily been my cup of tea, there's a level of natural engagement in the way he vocals, and I think straight out the block there we can hear that.
Been running shit, gotta catch my breath. Done a couple laps, couple duns got left. Just cause I got a couple blue ticks, don't think I won't leave man red. All seen red, slept on me.
He's just on fire, man. The way he kind of will alternate his pacing so naturally. Like, he's so rhythmically gifted, it feels like, that he's able to kind of stop, start, speed up, and never sound remotely off. even though it naturally would sound a little bit off if 1 second you're going like 1, 2, 3, 4 words, and then the next you're going like, I don't know, 30 words in a bar. But the way he's doing it, and the way he always does do it, he just has this way of switching flows and switching cadence, and it's just so engaging. It's insane.
Landlord flow said they owe me rent. Don't waste my time like I was Conan. Correct, you can see the other side like Harvey Dent. Put a dog down, ready, smart with bet.
Nice little creeper bar in there. See the other side like Harvey Dent. Nice. Obviously, Batman bar. Mate, Harvey Dent is Two-Face, isn't he? I'm pretty sure Harvey Dent is Two-Face. My Batman knowledge is a little bit limited, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
Woke up vexed, phoned up gets like which one of them should I head top next? True, I'm a problem for them. Who's got a problem with that? Who say I'm done with the chat? Everything I run was a lap.
That's what I'm talking about, man. As I'd literally just said, the vocal switch-ups, having that very kind of classic grime-sounding vocal switch-up there, that kind of that it comes from Garage, obviously, in the way it's kind of built, but that's a very kind of that's a point where you're almost expecting a reload in the way that this tune's put together. And this is just a very cool thing to hear Kojey Radical over what is a grime tune to an extent. I didn't think I'd ever hear it, but I'm surprised it hasn't happened before because he fits so naturally.
They had a city on my back, put it on the map. Way before they knew I was the man. Funny because I always know my can't take 2 L's, but I'm doing it again. Doing it well, I'm doing it.
And again, just kind of quoting almost like classic grime bars. Obviously, they're doing it again, obviously from Duppy, from Skepta, and then just finishing off the verse by laughing and going like, the ease at which he does this is incredible. Honestly, the ease at which Kojey is able to maneuver and just switch up his vocal sounds. I know I keep saying the same thing, but it just astounds me how good he is.
Break the law if I feel how I feel. Shoot my shot if she's with it.
Yeah, this video is confusing because I keep thinking I've accidentally rewound it. It's not for a reaction video. It's a little bit confusing.
And it's real. 500 likes on the ground. That's how they live.
I want to know what those masks are as well, because I recognise them, but I don't know where from.
Show the label 50-50 or no deal. Break the law if I feel how I feel.
Really nice harmonising on this hook as well. I didn't mention it earlier, and it's just got even stronger this time around. My hair is going crazy, by the way. I've been pulling it out all day watching the Deadline Day. I'm a United fan, so it's obviously not a great day for me. But we're not going to talk about that. We're here to talk about this, and obviously the harmonising, back to topic on this one, that Lay-Z is actually able to kind of stack up and layer. It just adds depth to the tune, and it makes the chorus more engaging, and it means it grows every single time as well.
My shot, if she's with it, then it's real. 500 likes on the ground, that's how they
hear that undertone there, that much more lower pitched vocal underneath as well, and it just adds depth. And obviously I did say there'd be a lot of pauses, people. Please bear in mind I don't do this on purpose. I just kind of have to, because otherwise the videos get flagged. But yeah, really nice. I think the chorus, I think we are going to likely end off with a chorus here. There's just about 35 seconds left. There isn't time for another verse. We're probably going to hear a bit of instrumental and a bit of bridge.
Show the label 50-50 or no deal. Me and my bedrooms trying to live.
Just listen to the crud on that instrumental. There's so many different little elements. It's almost like you remember the Honda advert? This is a good reference, trust me. Remember the Honda advert where you've got the pieces of the car all kind of falling into place and it's all on this big conveyor belt? That's what this instrumental sounds like. It sounds like you've got this little thing going click, then a beep, then a bop, then a ding, and it all just works perfectly alongside over the course of one bar block. There's the percussive elements, there's the little sort of bass stabs going on, there's the general swinging nature of everything. It's so tasty. You can't tell me this isn't one of the coldest instrumentals of the year. This slaps, like, differently, on a different degree. Oh, that little guitar riff as well, just slowly dripping in. I like the fact they've put actual credits at the end of it as well. I've only just noticed that's what they're doing. But yeah, that guitar riff, the kind of the swagger of it more than anything else catches me. I might have to make this into a bed for breakfast, you know, for the breakfast show. This is a wicked tune, man. There we go. Without a shadow of a doubt, that one's going to be getting playlisted when it drops. What a banger that one is. Amazing piece of A&R work as well to do that link up between Kojey, Scorcher and Lay-Z from HeavyTrackerz. I really like the way all three artists combined. Really nice levels of differentiation with cohesion. Three unorthodox artists, I think is a good way of putting it, that all literally just sprinkle what they're good at over the top of this instrumental from HeavyTrackerz. So there we go. If you have enjoyed my reaction to this one, please do make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. Obviously, we're growing on the channel. We're trying to hit 4,000 within the next couple of weeks. If we can do that, that would be amazing. Obviously, we didn't expect to be on 1,000 by the end of the year. We expected to literally hit 1,000 before the end of the year, and that was it. We're now approaching 4,000 quite rapidly as well. So if you do want to subscribe, please do get involved. And of course, you can catch me on Breakfast with Kovu over on Trickstar Radio from 7 till 10 Monday to Friday. As you can see, you can download the Trickstar Radio app as well, and you can lock in from there and check out all the podcasts as well. So we shall see you next time, my friends. Enjoy your Monday evening, and peace.